Hey everybody, Bob Babbitt here. This is Challenged Athletes Live. Our next guest, former NFL player, Mr. Isaiah Pead, joins us. Isaiah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed, man. How are you?
I am wonderful. So take me back. Was football always a sport, or were you one of those guys who rotated your sports by the seasons?
Oh, I was football and track guy. Football and
Football
track guy. Yeah.
all
I
through, yeah.
in the neighborhoods, played everything or whatnot, gym class and stuff. But organized sports was just football and track. When I was 8 years old, I started, and I started football first, I believe, and then track. And it was just that was my routine along with school, and I just stayed focused on that. So.
And your college career, man, 2008 to 2011, over 3,200 yards rushing, 545 carries, 27 TDs, MVP at the Senior Bowl. You had a great college career. You love college?
It was fun. It was definitely fun. It was a dream come true, and it's something I didn't expect, and and we, my sophomore year team, actually, we got inducted into the Hall of Fame this past season.
Wow.
That was amazing. Beautiful ceremony, and everything. It was a great college experience. Nippert Stadium, University. It's the campus. It's
Yes.
so much different now from the years that the team that I were on, the four different teams that I were on, and the tradition that we brought and the wins that we brought and getting to the BCS games and we kind of helped build how the campus looks now, and it's a beautiful thing to go on campus and just smile and just say, man, this is dope, So
That is very cool.
so
Were you expecting, when you got drafted by the Rams, were you expecting that they'd be choosing you in that second round?
I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I was just enjoying the moment. I was, my agent had told me that early in the process before the combine, actually, just, you can't control everything, control what you can control. You got a strong feeling that your dream's going to come true. Enjoy the blessing, be thankful. And that's exactly what I was. I was just with my family, and we were all excited. We were excited for whoever called me. And, the Rams called. They called about 2 picks before the actual pick. So I was picked 50. They called pick like 48. And so I'm on the phone, and they're saying, like, as long as everything goes fine, we'll pick you at our next pick. And so I'm on the phone and talking with my family, and kind of handshaking and hugs and things like that. And then when it finally came on TV, it was just like an uproar. It was just family. I was at my grandparents' house, and it was a family thing, and I can't put it into words. I still can't find the word to describe how good it felt, how just so surreal the moment was. And if it was the Rams, if it was anyone, that moment still would have felt the same way. So.
When you played pro, what was the difference between playing college and playing pro? Was it a huge acclamation for you?
I think the huge, depending on how do you take the game, how you approach the game.
Right.
And I think the biggest, the most evident difference between college and pro is the mental part, the study, the getting into the opponent's mind, how much you just get into someone's tendencies, from how they play to how they walk in between plays, when they come out of their huddle and, you see a guy starting to tighten his gloves, or this guy starting to, look a certain way at a certain part of the field, and you're trying to get into his mind. Why is he looking that way? Does he may be getting the ball, or, just the way you pick up on tendencies, the way you break down plays, the way you watch film is just so much more magnified, and that makes the game more faster. And so, yeah, coming in, as a young guy, before you kind of understand the ropes, it's fast, it's brutal, and that's the fun part, as a competitor. You want to get into the fight. You want to get into the race. You don't want to be last place. You want to be in the front with everybody and having fun. So.
So you also end up playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins, and then in November 12th, 2016,
Yes.
the accident. What
Mhm.
happened?
Oh man, driving on the road, it was late. And ended up hitting a bump, and it just so happened to be, I think, just the wrong moment,
Yeah.
wrong time. I was getting new tires, literally, if not the next day, that week, and I hit a bump, and uh, I, I just started swerving, and almost hit the median wall actually, and
Yeah.
I caught the road a little bit, and we went out the side of the other side, which was a median, or I'm not sorry, guardrail.
Guardrail.
The
Yeah.
guardrail was actually, the freeway was up above a bunch of trees and stuff, so we shot out the guardrail. The guardrail came through the car, trapped my legs, and sent the car kind of airborne. I got ejected out the car, and when that happened is when my leg was kind of severed and left in the side of the car. My other knee as well almost came off as well. My leg bent backwards and stuff, so it's still here. I still got it, but I had to rehab that, and I had about 3 to 5 minutes to live. Luckily, there was a fire station right at the top of the exit where I crashed at, and they were able to get to me and tie me up, get me to the hospital, and everything else is history. It's a blessing.
Did you pretty much, and when you go in, you have your leg amputated above the knee, left leg. Did
Yes.
you know right away my career is over?
Actually, I so weird, man. I thought I could come back. I didn't get it. Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
register. They told me I lost my leg, and I'm like, you know, okay, we'll figure it out when I get out this hospital. And a teammate, Chris Long, texted me. I still have this text message, and he was checking on me and saying, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm alive. I don't know how my career is looking, but I'm gonna try to come back and shake back."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just so like, football is not done yet. I wasn't there yet until a few days later. But and even after that, it was like, well, that's okay. As a player, football is gonna come to an end. It's not gonna last forever, and you want to blow out your own candle. You want to come to an end on the end. You want to come to an end on your own terms. But reality is, it's going to come to an end regardless. And so that was just the way me and football ended. And I have no regrets. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it because I always put my best foot forward when I played, and that can be something. The memories that I can always live on, my family, my kids, and so I like that.
So being around Father's Day, this interview will come out around Father's Day. Talk a little about being a dad and how important that is to you.
It is. I didn't know. I could love something more than football. More than sports. And so it's definitely a new world for me, and I like it. And with ball being gone, I kind of lose a uh, just a space to get away. Just that I don't know what to call it, but you get that space to just get away.
Sure.
And because you get you just dial in the football, whether it's practice or a game, and then you get back to reality. And with that being gone, having that for all my life since I was 8, and it being gone, it's tough. It's tough when you can't find that just get away aspect in life. And I find that in being a dad, is if I just, put my phone down and just play around, be a kid and wrestle and, just do stuff. It's so weird, but it feels the same, as if when I was playing, running out in practice or in a game or running out of tunnel or slapping hands with fans. It's everything to me.
What's your favorite thing to do with the kids?
Everything to do with the kids. I think just going out. So it's my son and my nephew. They're a year older or a year apart. And I'm kind of like the father figure of my nephew. And so us 3 boys, we kind of, we're always together. And
Yeah.
when we go get haircuts, when we go out to eat, and go to the mall, or just when we're out, we just, we listen to music, and, we're like a little, just a click. And I think that's my favorite thing, just to be out with them. We all kind of get dressed kind of similar, and, just to be out.
That is so cool. For somebody who is as competitive as you are and were, finding that new sport, finding that new avenue for yourself as an athlete, how tough has that been as an amputee?
It's tough, I will say. You try to suppress that.
Yeah.
Through, just staying strong through life, and continuing pressing through life. But there's that escape, that escape that, that you get through sports, especially as an athlete, let alone once was a professional athlete, that escape, that's that itch that you want, that you miss. And so that's tough, but in a way that keeps you going. It's, you want to figure out a way that you can get equipped to, go out and play, run, play basketball, or, swimming or skiing or whatnot. And I think the biggest challenge is getting equipped for that, finding the finances, or finding a way for it to get through. I apologize. Finding a way for it to get through, the insurance, or however you get it. I think that's the biggest challenge. And that can, in a way, diffuse the competitiveness in the athlete to not want to be an athletic anymore. But on the flip side, different perspective, you shift your perspective. You compete in getting equipped so that you can finally compete,
So the natural thing would have been, you're a track and field guy. Okay,
yes.
I lost my leg. I'm going to come back, go to Paralympics, and go get myself some hardware. Yes. At the same time, there's other cool sports out there. There's wheelchair basketball. There's all sorts of fun stuff to do. It's almost a little bit of a salad bar. Like, what do I want to do, and what do I want to commit myself to? Has that been tough to make a decision on what you want to do?
Yes, because I want to do everything.
I know, I can tell.
I want to do everything, and trying to find that. Okay, let's do this, and then so we can again get equipped and get coaching and get on a team and get a schedule. And I think for me, that's just been the biggest thing is finding that team. And CAF has been great. I mean, I love you guys for the support, but finding coaching and finding getting everything together has been my toughest part, alongside with honing in on that one sport that I want to do, or two. And right now, I think I want to do wheelchair basketball and track. And then the pandemic happened. And it's like, right when I made my mind up. So we're just hoping, if everything goes smooth and everything uplifts, and we can finally start putting some puzzle pieces together.
So this is sort of an interesting time. Well, obviously you're a guy who has a disability. You're an African-American man in America when things are pretty crazy right now.
Yes,
what is your message for folks out there who are going, listen, we don't know what we should be doing. We don't know how we should be reacting. What message can you give us to let us know what we can do to help?
Good question. I would say is just kind of even a backstory on that. I do understand that I've been a minority, all my life, growing up in poverty and things like that. But also I've been a one percenter. I was a guy coming from the poverty or the bad neighborhoods or whatever, quote unquote. But went to college on a scholarship. Got drafted into the NFL, which people don't go to college for free. Not everyone gets drafted, let alone go to the NFL. So I've always been a one percenter, and then losing a leg and I mean, there's a small percentage in amputees in the world. So I take pride. I take pride in being a minority. I take pride in, being different. And I take pride in standing for what I stand for. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I believe that, the only person that can truly fix that is the Lord. And so I keep a strong faith and I pray. And, I stay respectful to, whoever I come across, whether it's my minority people or not. I'm me, I'm Isaiah Pead, and, I'm a human just like you. And, I love you as a brother, as a sister, because God brought us here. We're all God's children, and so I try to look at that with love. Through love, I feel like that's the only thing that can cure, and faith. And so much that I even kind of got off of social media for a while because I just felt like it was a lot of negativity going. So, what I would say as far as just how to go about it, the people who can't really put it together, understand it. Just I love to do this in life, rather right or wrong or indifferent. Put yourself in their shoes. Just literally for 5 hours and imagine going to the store, or imagine, going to your mailbox. Imagine moving into a neighborhood that everybody doesn't look like you, and you wave and nobody waves back. Just imagine things like that, and then back to reality. So that you can maybe fix yourself next time you see someone. Just wave and say hi. Be a little bit more nicer. Rather you go out of your way or not, is everyone putting in an effort to change and to suppress all of the negativity. And I think I just moved into a house, and the neighborhood is I'm a minority. And I meet my neighbors. I got cookies. They brought cookies over. Older people, and brought cookies and asking me, who stays here, and I'm saying, me and my boys, and and that's how things should be, and so to answer your question, I think right is wrong is wrong. Like everyone should look in the mirror and understand that, and it starts with yourself. You can't change the world without making your bed first in the morning, and looking yourself in the mirror, and make sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's first.
I love it. So when I look back at your accident and I see that you basically flew through the air 95 feet, and the fact that we're sitting here talking is it's a miracle, right?
Yes,
and you seem like the type of guy who looks at this. Yes, it was awful. I lost my leg, but I have my life. I am a parent. Life is pretty damn good.
Life is good. Hey, right?
Yeah, it's
yes, sir.
the fact that you survived, the fact that you're with us and are with us with your personality and everything that you have going. There's some great things ahead for you, Isaiah. So
I hope so.
being connected with CAF, was it meant for? It's meant a lot for us, but what's it meant for you?
It's been a blessing. It's been a right, but it's been a blessing, man. I mean, I can't express how isolated you feel being brought into the community as losing a love, and even being in the community period, rather if you were born with it or what. You're isolated, and it's just the way it is. I almost feel like there's not a way to fix it, but then I don't believe in things like that either. But in a way, you're always isolated, and CAF, man, has literally, it's like another family. It's like, hey, I'm leaving this family, going to visit my family for the weekend. Or it's just that's how it's been, and you guys are so helpful. You guys, you're my mom. My mom, she comes out and she loves you guys and asks about you guys often. And I mean, you guys have truly been helpful, truly been a blessing for me and my family, and made things not only easy but fun. You know, coming into the community, and it's like, man, look at this, it's like a whole other world. You know, so
Exactly.
I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. So go a little rapid fire. What has been your best CAF memory so far?
I want to say the Nike event.
Very cool.
The Nike event was definitely fun.
Yeah. What's your go-to comfort food?
Salsa, chips and salsa.
Ah.
Yeah, I love chips and salsa.
Go-to technology?
I'm a PlayStation.
You're a PlayStation guy. Favorite book or podcast?
Ooh, I read one. It's called Manifest Now. It's a book called Manifest Now, like that.
Favorite words to hear from a coach?
I need one, Pete. More.
One more. Least favorite words to hear from a coach?
Oh, I'll see you at 6, Pete. 6 in the morning.
What is it about you that has made you successful? What is it internally that has brought you to this point?
I think it's just my humility, just being humble, being raised, having to go to church and having to do your chores, having to be the oldest. I'm taking care of my sisters at a young age, with my mom having me at a young age. I think just the life that I've lived, the viewpoint that I've seen life from, but understanding that nobody's a superior human. So my son just woke up in the nap.
Now who's that?
It's Deuce.
Hey Deuce, how you doing? Did we wake you up? I love it. We should have had you join us earlier. That is great.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Okay, I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah. Hey, Isaiah, thank you so much for taking so much time. We
you.
love having you and Deuce as part of Challenged Athletes, man. It's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Isaiah Pead has been our guest, Challenged Athletes Live. We're going to get Deuce something to drink. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. See you later.
All right, now.